What up? We back again. Second video in the house. So we got y'all polls in.
We asked, did y'all want to hear about a vlog, like one of our vacations that we've been on,
or hear about a vlog?
Hear about a video blog. That's what a vlog is, a video blog. So we was gonna discuss one of our trips.
Oh,
but they didn't want to hear that. So
okay,
what they wanted to hear was drum roll. How we turn
from freak buddies, you know. We went from the do it buddies to the
in the last video y'all learned that we met in 2007.
No,
7.
So
2007. Fast forward, we linked back up in 2016, and it's 2018 now. So
2007, I was in my sophomore year in college. I was at Mississippi Valley State University. I was dancing, and that's when we met. We was, he did me a tattoo. We went on a date. He on the first date, but we went on a date. I could have, I just spared. He spared me. So, he did. I was coming to Jackson, which is about 2 hours away from where I was going to school at. I was doing hair and makeup and stuff like that. Drive for that wood. Like, get on the road for that wood. Get on the road for that wood. Nah, so that was like 08. And I pledged, okay, you know what I'm saying. And then 2009, boom, bam, had a kid. And let's see. We were still in contact. He still talked to me. I still talked to him. He still could, whatever. Okay, but I had a kid, not by him. Had a kid by, we ain't going out there.
Military, with my 23rd birthday, I came up here. I stayed with him for the whole weekend. Like, we had so much fun. I remember staying up here and just thinking to myself, like, damn, I can do this all the time. And that was like 2010.
And then you had said something like, what if we was together? I remember you saying that.
So then that was before I went to the military. I went to the Air Force, of course.
Back in Mississippi. So he came down there because that's down there where he's from. So he came down there to visit me, blah, blah, blah. And I do remember he told me one day when we had did it or whatever, and we was laying up in bed, and he was like,
yeah, I love you. And I was like, what you say? And you was like, I ain't say nothing.
But I heard him though. Yes, he did. He said that was, what a God I want to dream. He told me then he loved me. And he was like, yes, he told me. When I say that, why I say that for? Because you did, because that shit was...
We always vibe together. Like, we ain't never like judge each other for whatever processes we had going on in our life or whatever. We just always lean back up, and it was like, bam, hey, what's up, my nigga, blah blah blah, you know what I'm saying? And it was all straight, and he was like, we was like besties or whatever. Every time we linked up, every time we called. So we started doing TV stuff, 2013, 2014. So we had like a little hiatus then. But I do remember him calling me when he was on set for something. He was like, this was out of the blue, y'all, like out of nowhere. He was like, what's up, what you been doing, blah, 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 blah. I just want to let you know that I'm about to be on, I'm on the TV show, but it ain't real, blah, 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 blah. You know, I ain't married, I'm still single. Like, still throwing that out there to me, like, you know, I still love you. I still love you. If you want to come back, you know what I'm saying, when this TV stuff over, you know. So,
and then 2016
rolled around, and we'll pop back in after he tells y'all what he was doing for them 9 years.
2007, y'all know.
I was at Jackson State University, you know. I was really tattooing and shit. I had, you was just in college. Yeah, I was in college for art and a little bit of psychology, but, you know, I ain't really getting to it. You know, I was like, I just knew that I didn't really need that shit because I already discovered that I knew how to tattoo. And I had started just hanging out in the streets and shit, you know. Because you was, like I said, I was in college, and when I was in college, me and my homeboys had a little bet put together, see how many, you know what I'm saying, we can play and stab, you know what I'm talking about? So, what happened was, I was in college, and I was drawing them back, and I was throwing dick like a football, and I was having
You get some dick! You get some dick! And you get two.
Yeah, I had one too. Yeah, that was Kenzie. I was throwing like. Oh, Kenzie and Carter. Yeah. So yeah, man, I'm telling you, I was throwing like. He got 2 kids the same age, 2 more kids the same age. Man, y'all, they ghetto twins. They just born in the same time. They fraternal. Yeah, fraternal, external, whatever. Paternal, whatever. But so fast forward, you know, I'm out
about that. So I'm building my brand, shit like that. Upon that, you know, I had befriended some people that just wasn't the best people to be friends with, and fuck around and got into a gunfight at my house, like a whole shootout. Like, man, motherfucker came to my front door with a shotgun and shot the front door in. Doom, the lights all blacked out.
I remember him calling me after it happened.
I called her that same night because I'm trying to figure shit out. I leave and move to Atlanta that same night. Confused, ain't know what to do.
So, I move up here. Decide that I'm gonna do my thing because I'm kind of like my whole belief is no matter where you put me at, I'm gonna figure that shit out. Yeah, after me. And I told myself, you can put me in the motherfucking jungle and leave me there for 2 weeks. Come back, I'm gonna have a straw mansion with some gorilla guards in front of that motherfucker. You hear me? I'm gonna figure it out. So I had to develop a whole a whole thing of this ink man to play. I had like
30 ink models. We was going.
What they were called?
The ink bunnies. What's up, my ink bunnies? All y'all still out there, man. But yeah, man, I had developed a whole brand around my tattooing and me being a big player. Ramsey, shout out to Ramsey. It was and I was in a small ass room, but I was just manifesting as I went. I was manifesting. I was the man. I was playing the part.
You know, me just moving around the city, hosting parties. I was building my brand as I went. I met tons of people. I met tons of beautiful women who all had great shit going on. I decided to make one of my goals doing television, and from there I had met the right people. The right people came into my field of awareness to where they can put me in them positions. And shout out to Sarah for putting me on my second show. My first show was through Salon Ramsey with Bill Cunningham. Then I did it's some funny stuff. Oh, it was like a type thing. Bill Cunningham. What are you doing? I didn't even know. Right. So then my second show came on We TV. Which was Marriage Boot Camp of season 4. Me, Sarah, Oliver, Benzino, and Sunday, Mama June, and what's it called? The Bachelor and the Bachelorette. Sunday, yeah, etc. You feel what I'm saying? And I did that show and I had called her like, baby, listen, man, I'm out here in LA, man, I'm doing this show, this shit ain't real, man, I'm out here, man, I'm getting checked, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? And then from there, I came back, I kept working.
And I opened up my own studio, started to get my artists, and then I went on another show.
What's the name of your studio?
Awesome Ink Studios, you know, the #1 shop in Atlanta. You know, we rated #1 on Google. Check us out. My second show was with Salon Ramsey. Even though I had my shop already, this was something that was working in the process, because in film, that shit take time. And Ink, Paper, Scissors came on BET.
And Ben shot the pilot.
We had been shot that shit like years ago. And we started working on the pilot. Got picked up a year later. We started filming for Ink, Paper, Scissors, showed on BET.
So we were talking about 2016. So 2016, I was a nurse for at least a year by then. I had a dance team that showcased on Lifetime's Bring It. My dad had just died, and I was fresh out of a relationship, and I was doing this whole self-cleansing thing for almost like 6 months to a year. I would meditate, I would paint, and just like real soul search type thing I had going on. So
prior to moving up here in 2010, I had been introduced to this book called The Secret, which is the book that changed my life.
But I wrote down the type of man that I wanted to be in a relationship with. I wrote down my perfect day. I wrote down the type of house I wanted to stay in, type of neighborhood, my ideal job. I wrote down everything, y'all. When I tell y'all, I pretty much conquered and got everything that was on that vision board and everything that was in that book.
On the other note, I'm here being 30 years old now, trying to get in a relationship, because I ain't trying to be a 40-year-old motherfucker in the club still looking for a woman. So I chose, you know what I'm saying, get in a relationship, you know, try to be a boyfriend type shit. To know what I do want, I have to know what I don't want first in order to know what I do want. And then she came down here for a photo shoot, And you know,
magically he calls me on the day that I'm in Atlanta and says, hey, I just bought a house. Like, next time you come up here, you should come see it. I'm like, I'm in Atlanta. What do you mean?
I knew she was gonna be down here, cause I just did. Told her to pull up. You know what I'm saying? Cause I smelled in the air.
What is that?
Rose. No. Just papaya. Papaya. Guava. Right. So,
Look, man, I just bought a new house. She pulls up, you know what I'm saying? And, you know.
Smell like cookies when I pulled in the neighborhood.
You know, I moved in like a little Dennis to Menace neighborhood because I wrote down everything I ever wanted, and I got that shit, and I show y'all in this little book that I wrote it in. From the house that I got to the car that I got to the business I wrote it all down.
If I can find my notebook, I'll show y'all one day.
Back in 2015, I wrote it all down. And she pulled up.
We was like, you know what? Every time we see each other, like, it don't be like no time be lost. Like, we just be cool. And I called her when I made it home, and we talked, no lie, for like all damn night. We shared like YouTube videos. Our whole first 6 months of our relationship was sharing books and sharing YouTube
just knowledge,
links.
like strengthening each other mentally before we ever prepared to
say, hey,
a
like,
relationship.
let's be in a real relationship.
Like we cared so much about each other that we was willing to educate and strengthen our minds before we jumped in a situation repeating the same old shit that we just got out of.
My whole motto for 2016 in January, I decided that my motto was expect nothing and appreciate everything. And that's how I dealt with our relationship from jump to even now. It's like, even then it was like I didn't expect to see him a month or a day, let alone 2 days, let alone a whole month or a week. I didn't expect him to not have sex with other people. I didn't expect him not to talk to other people. I didn't expect him to do anything that was outside of what I knew him to do anyways.
Right. So me and her developed that understanding of, I do what I do because because these are habits and this is conditioning and this is my personality that I've developed over the years, and is in a relationship or a title's not just gonna change it. So she didn't expect for any of that to do. I didn't expect her to be anything outside of what she was. And when you have a relationship with no expectations, you can now appreciate everything about that person from, you know.
And it was like just even me coming up here, coming out once a month, and then gradually it changed into twice a month. I came like every other weekend if I could, and then from that we went on a trip, and then from that I moved here. But the intentions wasn't just necessarily like, oh yeah, I'm moving to Atlanta. It was, okay, I'm gonna start travel nursing and I'm gonna take an assignment that's close by you, so you know maybe we can. He really had no expectations for it.
And me, I was almost at a point in my life at that time when me and her was starting to kick it hard. I had got this big old house. I got cars and all this extra shit. I got my business going. I'm good. I'm well off. And I sit in my house and I'm lonely as fuck up in here, man. It's like it's this big ass bachelor pad, and you know, but I get down with the lazy well, but. After all that is said and done, then you stuck by your motherfuckers. And I sat in this big ass house and I cried one night and I was like, damn, man, I'm lonely as fuck. I said, let's try it out, because I think we both mentally sound enough to have a relationship that'll really work.
Again, y'all remember I told y'all, he told me way back in like 2011 he loved me. Again, it was his idea. He was, let's do this for real. Initially going into this relationship, this was my friend.
The lesson that I can give y'all all today with the relationship that goes from friends to sexual buddies, still being friends to friends to a relationship. It's not her responsibility to make me happy. It's not my responsibility to make her happy. It's my responsibility for me to be happy, and it's her responsibility for her to be happy.
I'm a whole cook.
And I'm a whole
He
cook.
a whole cook, and we make a big
ass
Kool-Aid picture with a smiley face on it.
If you really want to have a good relationship, do it with no expectations, only appreciations. And don't expect your partner to ever know what you
gotta
know.
talk. You gotta
have to
communicate.
talk, because the special thing about all of you that's watching this right now is that nobody can feel what you feel. Right?
You don't have to always agree. Like, you could just agree to disagree, and that's okay. But we gotta cut this short because I know y'all attention span ain't that damn long. It can't be.
Hey, it's Incanessa. We out of
and
here.
Nessa.
Comment below, tag someone, tell a friend, get it in, Ink and Nessa.
Follow us on IG.
IG Inkman84.
Yanessa_Nicole.
Alright, and we out of here. Tell a friend, put a comment below, subscribe.
Where we are.
Stop. Being corny. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, so